Okay. Good morning, you beautiful human beings, guys. It is Thursday. We had such an amazing launch yesterday. The pips were flying. The love was shared. We appreciate you. Thank you for loving the new brand, giving us some of your feedback. And we really appreciate that you're loving the new product. And all our hard work has gone to good use, guys. Good morning. It is Pounds for Breakfast. We have a ton to discuss. So let's jump in. First and foremost, guys, a lot of questions about what is Premium Plus, what is free. Super simply put. Right, Premium Plus is free, just 200% more, right? In free, we guarantee 500 pips worth of profit a week for free. We guarantee that you will get Pounds for Breakfast community access. Every once in a while, we'll give you a live event, but Dollars for Lunch is primarily reserved for Premium Plus. My weekly coaching calls reserved for Premium Plus. The full course reserved for Premium Plus. There's access to the course, parts 1, 2, 3, and you'll get Dollars for Lunch on Wednesday, as you guys saw yesterday. Now, we had an absolute cracker yesterday. A ton happened in the market. Obviously, we will go over that in a second, as well as how did we bank 1,200 pips already with another 600 pips running, and some of our other trades already in profit across the board. So if you're not yet part of the social community, link is down below. Jump in. Your membership request will come through. We will accept you, and you'll be able to jump in and see the transparency, right? We have our pending orders. We have our orders as we've sent them as of yesterday, and all the details that you could ever want there, right? Updates as and when things go down. And I just closed up the second position now for another 600 pips of profit banked, meaning we have 1,200 pips banked on NASDAQ, 600 pips running, and our stop losses to entry, right? So that's what it's all about. That's why we do what we do. And again, that's the power of what we do right here at DVDM Markets. Full transparency, learning, understanding, so that you can sit back, relax, learn, make money on the side as you learn, to get to the point where you're confident in the market, you understand what's busy going on, and you're able to jump in and participate in full steam. All right, enough about that. You guys want to know what's happening in the world, what you need to know, and so much more. So let's jump straight into it. So look at the news, a little bit quiet, not too much all happening. We can quickly just scan through the markets. It's a very interesting article I do want to break down with you guys. And that is primarily about the Magnificent Seven currently allocated or in the S&P 500 and Dow Jones. Now, this is why, guys, we believe in trading, right? This is why trading is so important. This is why the rich continue to get richer and the poor continue to get poorer, right? If we have a look at the Magnificent Seven, right, meaning the 7 top performing companies in the Dow Jones, or at least by market share or market cap, right? Let's jump into this article. I'm going to show you something pretty amazing, right? If we have a look at those 7 companies, what are those companies, right? Apple, Google, Microsoft, Amazon, Meta, and Tesla. Nvidia, not to leave out there, right? Between them, over 2023, sorry, this year, and remember this year is not even done and wrapped up yet, they have gained an index return of over 71% if you had equity or shares in those 7 companies. 71%, right? And that is why, we really try and help people understand here that a bank will give you 7%, a bank will give you 8% per year on your money. Where do you think banks are storing their cash? Where do you think governments are diversifying? Where do you think funds are putting their money in to give people returns, right? These are the types of places. Now, again, this is at a 0 leveraged rate, meaning if an Apple share is X, they're buying 1 Apple share. If that increases by $1, that's their return, $1, a percentage of the original share. This is not utilizing leveraged products, which can yield significantly more and high results than what we're seeing right there, right? So yes, when you hear out there in the markets that, there's somebody giving out 5%, 10%, 20% a month, 50% a month, too good to be true, right? But please understand that some of the biggest companies in the world, the companies that you love and support and you buy their products, combined, they're doing 71% a year, right? Which probably breaks down to in the region of around about 6% a month, somewhere around about there. Okay, so just massive stuff. Great article. I'll share it within the community under news that you guys can jump in and read about that directly after we launch this show. Now, moving into the markets, right? What do we need to know for today? Before I cover what we need to know for today, let's quickly just touch on what happened yesterday, right? So again, we got some of those retail sales were live in Dollars for Lunch. We got that PPI data as well. And what happened here, right? So PPI, in my perspective, right, came out far worse from a standard deviation perspective than how well or how much better the retail sales came out. However, markets decided to price in that the higher than expected retail sales was worth more than the lower than expected PPI. So just to confirm, lower than expected PPI would be negative for the dollar, higher than expected retail sales positive for the dollar. So the market's priced in that, hey, listen, inflation is coming down. And I just want to break this down for you guys just really, really quickly, right? Markets priced in that on the producer side, inflation is coming down. This is a good thing. It gives the Fed confidence that their sort of measures, their fiscal policies and tools that they have is working. So inflation is coming down. We saw it on the CPI. We're now seeing it on the PPI confirmed, but we are seeing that Americans are still spending, meaning they haven't damaged the economy to the point where people are clawing back their spending and not further stimulating the economy. So these are all good signs. And as a combination, this is what has stimulated the dollar yesterday. Now, we spoke about this in great detail, that there was a great possibility of a stimulated dollar yesterday that could have caused some of those pullbacks on gold, on NASDAQ, on Euro USD, etc. And these were the trades that we took, and we're going to jump through them in a second. There's some other highlights that I do obviously want to talk about, but before we get there, we obviously need to talk about the data that's on the calendar for today. Now, generally after a fairly busy week, we generally see, or fairly busy economic calendar events day, we generally see things start to sort of slow down. So for this afternoon, right, I'm primarily looking at the US session. We've got a governor speaking, which is not too bad. On the US side, we've got ECB, European Central Bank President Lagarde speaking. That is at 1:30. That may move European markets. And we've got some initial jobless claims. Now, again, this just, is initial reading. We see them almost every week. And that contributes towards NFP or non-farm payrolls, right? Total employment data that comes out on the first Friday of every month. So that may stimulate the markets at 3:30 this afternoon. The expectation there is that 220,000 new jobs, jobless claims have been filed. Jobless claims meaning unemployment claims. People saying, hey, I no longer have work. I need a help. I need support. Now, it's important to note that not everybody that is jobless or doesn't have work actually files a claim. So this can just be a little bit of a floating number. The Fed or Philly Fed manufacturing index is again also coming out at 3:30. This has an ability to move markets, and this is just an index that looks at how healthy the manufacturing side is. It's expected to remain flat, which is fine. Now, both of these numbers come in with market expectation, then we are perfectly fine to keep our price action as it currently sits. Now, quick look at the S&P 500 heat map for yesterday. Even with some of those pull downs, we saw the day before yesterday, we saw for Tuesday, with that CPI reading, that Tesla was up 6.2%. As of yesterday, they were up a further 2.29%. So Tesla doing extremely well. Definitely an outline. If you guys don't have Tesla stock somewhere in your portfolio, you're not diversifying somehow in Tesla stock. We've been speaking about it for a while. We've done the investor calls, listening on either Elon Musk and the team. That is a stock you definitely want to have somewhere in your portfolio, somehow. Whether you're trading it as a CFD or you're holding it as an actual stock, something you want to own, it's something you want to have in your portfolio. Now, for the first time in a very long time, we're going to be speaking about Bitcoin and why it may be beneficial to start really considering adding cryptocurrencies towards your portfolio, towards your profile, right, in terms of your outlook. Bitcoin is starting to show some really amazing market structures, which we are going to dive into, that I really think is very interesting. There's some sell opportunities coming our way immediately, but there are some buy opportunities, and this will generally be a ripple effect across the crypto world. And this is amazing considering, despite the fact we have Sam Bankman-Fried and the FTX saga currently ongoing in court, where he's basically been, on all charges, basically found guilty. It's amazing that Bitcoin is still as strong as what it is, right? It's quite inspiring, right? So let's jump into it. And we're going to start off this morning having a look at the dollar index, right? The dollar index, as I explained yesterday, the dollar index, was at that absolute low from the CPI. Yesterday's data, as I also just mentioned earlier, markets favored the retail sales side of things, and that strengthened out the dollar. As a result of that strengthening dollar, right, we have Euro USD, right? Euro USD, we also called out a sell yesterday in our social area, and that sell we had as a pending order on Euro USD, sell pending order, and that order at the moment we are in some profit, right? Euro USD was kind of meandering, sitting in this flat zone, and we sold just under that 1.08 420 level, right? So we obviously have broken out of that zone. We are in a bit of profit here, not too much, but profit nevertheless across all three trades, which is brilliant. I think this has a lot more distance to go. And again, that is obviously bearing in mind that we obviously get some fairly normal dates this afternoon. They're nothing haywire. We don't see anything crazy with regards to unemployment claims or jobless claims, etc. So that's just a little caveat there. You want to be cautious at around about that 3:30 mark. That's just generally when the US news comes out. Now, if you're wondering why we're trading 3:30 instead of 2:30 as we used to in the last month, again, remember DST shift has happened on the last Sunday of last month, right? So US session starts an hour later, US London session starts an hour later. So again, that little bit of a shift, just adjust your trading strategy, and that's why we're having dollars for lunch at 3 o'clock instead of 2 o'clock. Now, moving into US30, right? US30 created a beautiful market structure. I spoke about this, otherwise also known as Dow Jones, yesterday, that diagonal line, it would be beautiful to see if it actually matches up, and markets tend to break out, retest higher, and then ultimately fail, which is what it definitely did, right? So acted around a pivot point, retested higher, and then obviously collapsed there. So US30 we're going to obviously watching fairly closely as well, to just try and make sure and understand that we are going to continue making new lows here, and we might end up seeing some sort of market structure develop. It's a little bit early to obviously draw it out with complete accuracy, but it'd be very, very interesting to see if we see some sort of market structure develop, something along that line there, right? So we've broken out this little rising structure, retested, and we're starting to make these new lows, lower lows, lower highs. So it'll be interesting to see how that plays out over the course of this morning. Now, moving on to NAS, which is definitely the winner of the day. Now, we played it cool and cautious over the data release yesterday. I did say in the live event that we will not be calling out a trade unless we get a, all green or all red from a data perspective. So we had a pending order sitting down a little bit lower at 15,840. Again, as you guys have seen in the traders area, 15,840 was our pending order for NASDAQ. There was a couple of questions in the community. People are confused between whether it's an immediate order or pending. It will always say what it is here, guys. So NAS we sent out yesterday morning / afternoon for that pending order 15,840. And as I explained a little bit earlier, we hit TP1 last night for 600 pips. We closed out that first position on 600 pips, and I closed out TP2 a little bit earlier this morning, about half an hour, just under an hour ago. Right, so NASDAQ definitely running well, definitely going to be the trade for the day as of yesterday. Now, this is the big thing, guys, right? We promised in the free environment at least 500 pips a week, right? We've already banked 1,200 pips. So what's going to happen from here on out is we're still going to share the love with you guys. We're going to still share trades. We're still going to give you the full benefit of the doubt for this week. From next week, we're going to stick to the rule. Now, 500 pips is not a lot, but what does 500 pips mean, and why do we do it, right? Simply put, before I speak about gold, before I speak about Bitcoin, is that if you look at 500 pips, and if you're making 10 cents USD per pip, right, on 500 pips on NASDAQ, on US30, whatever the case may be, 10 cents, right, smallest possible trade that there is, that's $50, right? Premium Plus costs only $30, and then you got $20 left. If you're opening at 0.10, which is $1 per pip, on 500 pips, $1 per pip, that's $500, right? Premium Plus cost you $30, so have 400 and something odd dollars left on the side to boost your trading account, whatever the case, whatever you want to do there, right? That is why we guarantee 500 pips, even in the free environment, right? Premium Plus will obviously go a lot further than that, as well as the additional shows. So please understand, from next week, once we hit the 500 pips, it could be Monday, it could be Tuesday, it could be Wednesday, whatever the case may be, we will make sure it's 500 pips after profit after loss, right? Total P&L for the week. Then we shift over into capping that. You'll still see a trade, you'll still see a screenshot of what we're doing, whether we're buying or selling. You just won't know if it's an immediate buy, whether it's a pending order, where the stop losses are, where the TPs are. You won't see that. You won't get the updates on the trades. That'll only happen within Premium Plus, right? So again, to get into Premium Plus, it is super simple. And I've got a ton of these questions yesterday, probably about 100 questions about the same thing. And it is super simple. We were changing some things yesterday that did block a few people from getting to Premium Plus. But in essence, what you can pretty much do, the easiest way to get there's a bunch of links that the team has created. If you go into the classroom, it's all about, how do you start? What's Premium Plus? How do you get involved in the coaching call? How do you get involved in the academy? How do you get the different training sessions, right? But if you open up Premium Plus, it'll literally give you access to Premium Plus, right? Obviously you need a TD Markets live account, right? A minimum funding of $100 in order to gain the Premium Plus access for only $30. You don't have TD Markets account, it's substantially more, right? So we highly incentivize you to go and do that. That is a pure STP broker, one of the best brokers in the country, if not even in the world. So you click here to join Premium Plus and it will redirect you over into Premium Plus. Now, if you don't have Premium Plus, it's going to put you at an about screen where you can then subscribe for $30 a month. It's automatic, it's recurring, it'll come off your card, whatever it is that you're doing. And this is where we're going to have a lot more uniqueness in the environment. Classroom is fully unlocked, calendar is fully unlocked, community is fully unlocked. That's a more private community for your enjoyment. So again, just really wanted to cover that. Now, we are here for the markets, we are here for the trades. So let's really talk about gold, because gold is playing around a little bit. We do believe we will still be highly successful here, but I just want to talk about it really quickly. Okay, so we had a pending order for gold, similar type of setup. Gold has broken market structure, has broken below all market structure at this point, and we are looking for gold just to pull that slight move back up to 1963, 964, and then have that continuation. We do have that sell engaged as we issued on the in the setup. So yeah, that's we're just going to allow that to then play out. Just going into the community, we do have that immediate order that we sold out last night sometime. I think around about 9 or 10 o'clock, somewhere around about there. So we are drifting almost at break even at this point, but we're going to allow it to just play out and do what it has to do. Now, Bitcoin, super excited about this one. This is the whole history of Bitcoin. This is on a daily time frame. You know, the 2020, you know, movement, 2021 peak there. I want to see if I can actually get way out so we can see the whole history. Okay, there we go. So 2017, where everyone was freaking out about Bitcoin, pulled back. Next movement, 2019. Next massive movement, 2021. 2020, towards the end of 2021, making out those highs at almost $70,000 a coin. And then obviously that big pullback that we've seen. So just paying attention to this moment in time where we are now. I'll drop down to a 1-day time frame. And Bitcoin, as you guys remember, bottomed out. I had a prediction on Bitcoin that we would see a bottom out about 14,000, 13,000. We didn't quite get to 14, 13. That's where I believe the true value proposition of Bitcoin was. But we ultimately made that turning point literally on the start of this year, right? The 5th of January 2023, you may even argue the 1st of January 2023 was the official turning point for the, you know, for the price of Bitcoin. Now it's been holding steady and we've kind of been sitting in this meandering zone, but ultimately we really saw the end of last month make that new push and break out and make those new highs, those fresh new highs for Bitcoin. Now where it's currently heading, right? If you have a look at where we currently are, we're sitting at just around about that $37,000, just under $38,000 to a coin here, with that psychological ceiling sitting at that $40,000 per coin mark. Now, I do believe there's going to be some sell opportunities in this zone, and we are going to be looking for sell opportunities. So again, you're not yet part of our social community. Drippy Pips will have you covered in terms of getting you that market opportunity delivered right into the social environment. If you don't yet already have the app, guys, download the app, right? Go into the Play Store, go into School, download the app. Search for School, SKOOL, download the app, enter your registration credentials. You need to be registered with us. Link is also again down below in the description. We will make sure you have access to that trade there. Now this can yield some crazy pips. Now let's quickly just talk about yesterday, right? Let's say you're starting out in trading and you want to know, okay, is this worth it? What can I do, right? Let's talk about the NASDAQ trade, right? And again, nothing we're doing here is financial advice. This is all for entertainment and education purposes only. But theoretically, that NASDAQ trade, right, if you had $1 per pip, right, on that position, so meaning a 0.10 lot size trade there, and you had $1 per pip, we've banked 1,200 pips, that's $1,200, guys. Right, that's well over 20,000 Rand for a single day worth of trading. And that's not a massive lot size. That's not a 1 lot, 10 lot, 100 lot position. It's a 0.10, right? So please understand, this can change your life, but you have to take it seriously. Like a lot of people say, you know, they want to get involved, but they want to spend time with me, etc. You don't need to spend time with me. You need to get the basics right. You need to follow the signals, attend the shows, study, do your research, communicate, and contribute towards the community, and you will grow. Stick to the rules, and you will make it, guys. Don't follow the hype on Instagram. Don't follow these guys renting fancy cars. Stick to the process. This is what real trading is about. It's not about that other stuff online, right? Stick to the process. You will make it. I believe in you. I promise. I can't promise that you won't fail, but I can promise you that if you jump in and commit to this process, I will take your hand and I won't allow you to quit, right? I won't allow you to completely let go. We will push through this. We'll get to the other side. Okay. Again, as always, be safe, trade safe. You will see some trades popping up in the social community. Keep the activity, keep the love. I'll see you in dollars for lunch this afternoon. Let's see what we can do with this market. Let's smash it. As always, much love. Goodbye.